And here we are. Welcome forward again to the latest episode of the Working Man's Warships. I am your host, Jedi Gad, and we welcome you, whoever you are, wherever you may be, whatever time of the day or night it is, where you are, and however you are listening and tuning in. Welcome to all of you. So today, good news, we're going to play some tech trees. Now, if I go to the bureau here, okay, you can see I have two projects currently running. We have the Howden Low and we have the Castilla. Now if I go in here, you can see we're nearly at the end, but for this daily trial I need Andalucía, and for the Dutch one I need Johan de Wiet. Now I have neither. So if I go into here and we look, I need Andalucía to get to Castilla, and I need Johan de Wiet to get to Howden Low. Now if you haven't yet checked out my video on the bureau, go and look at that and you will understand how we've got to this stage. But if I now go in and over to Cataluña and I go up here, it would cost me 289,809 global XP to boost to Andalucía. I can afford that. However, if I go here to our Dutch cruiser, it will cost me 296,818 doubloons to get Haarlem. Now I can afford one but not both, and even if I did that, if you look up at my game currency, my credits, I'm basically broke, and that's because of the upgrades that I've made to these two and that I've paid for. So I don't have the cash to do it anyway. So the best way around this is to grind them, and you will get to see the journey, right? So I have always focused my tech tree grinding on what is coming up in the bureau, right? So I don't have every tree and every ship unlocked right the way up to 8. I don't, because I have focused on the tech trees that are applicable to the bureau. That's how I've managed to get all those premium legendary ships and some tier 8s thrown in as well, some 5s and stuff like that, California, etc. So that's how I done it, and that's how you can do it too, but it just takes some work. So on our Cataluña build we have Pascual, and we are going to decrease the incoming damage for our cruiser for every 1% of our hit points lost. In other words, the more hits we take, the less damage will be done, but it's relative because it's only 0.19%. We've got Kuznetsov for main battery range, and Tenon to decrease the incoming damage to our citadel. We are using Ingenious so that we get a reduction in splash damage and a faster gun traverse speed. We also get the warning indicator for number of ships currently targeting our ship. We have the igniter to increase the chances of our cruiser high explosive shells and bombs causing fire. We are going to reduce the reload time of our ready rack. You will see a demonstration of the ready rack in the game, but we're decreasing it, which is a good thing. We are going to improve the accuracy of our ship with shell grouping and dispersion, and we are fully packed for the extra consumable. So we get an extra catapult fighter, an extra sonar, and most importantly an extra repair party. As far as the ship goes, we have the main battery mod 2 for traverse speed and torpedo launchers traverse speed. We have the damage control system to increase our damage control party duration and decrease fire and flooding simultaneously by 15%. We are running a target acquisition system to increase our spotting range and our torpedo acquisition range along with our RGA. And we have a gunfire control system to improve our accuracy in terms of dispersion and our range. So we are going to run the ship XP booster because it boosts our XP and reduces the amount of global XP it would take to boost the ship. So the idea is to get enough credits to buy the tier 8 ship, and then however many global XP is left over, we will boost. But we're a long way off that, so we've got a lot of work to do, so let's get started. So mission briefing. We are a cruiser. We're going to support as best we can. Now, we have to offset the lack of upgrades on our ship with skill. There's no excuses. The enemy team aren't going to care that we're underpowered. We just have to get out there and make it happen. This is a military game. No excuses. Get the mission done. So what have I been telling you all along? Look at the bottom right hand corner. Don't abandon your flank. Your teammates need you. Indeed. Never a truer statement or tip on this game. Okay, so we have spawned in the southwest. We are top tier. There are no divisions. There's 2 destroyers and 4 cruisers for the enemy team, 3 for us, and 4 battleships for us, and 3 battleships for us and a carrier, and 2 and a carrier for the enemy team. So we're going to play right out here to the west and see what we can do. So Akatsuki doesn't appear to be playing yet. Hopefully that will change, and we have Atlantico as well. Is Atlantico going to give him a bump here? Is he going to give him a bump? I thought he was going to give him the giddy up. He didn't. But we don't have time to wait for Akatsuki. We got to get in position. We are spotted, or located should I say, which indicates there's a destroyer in this vicinity somewhere. It's not. Oh, Akatsuki's woken up. That's good. We don't really want to have to spot with our face.
Compañero, necesito tu apoyo. A todas las unidades, diríjanse a capturar esa zona. Fuerza enemiga detectada.
So we have let it be known what we want from Akatsuki, and we're going to get in position to support him. So we know there's a destroyer over there, because if you look at the minimap, you can see our carrier located him, and so he's going to be in here somewhere now. So we're going to get sonar working, just in case some torpedoes come creeping out. We're going to get in position to support. Now, their enemy battleship appears to be heading north. So we're going to try and seize that opportunity and get right up behind this island and help the Akatsuki capture this base and pressure the enemy destroyer into a retreat. Now, I would anticipate the enemy destroyer is probably behind this island as well. So, yep, hasn't spotted us, and here we go.
Concentren fuego en la nave enemiga.
Battleship Colorado is somewhere up there.
Torpedos a proa.
Don't get hit by those 2
Torpedos a proa.
Okay, so we're going to push right away in here and see if our sonar can locate this destroyer and either run him out of here or take him out. Right, he's already gone out. So what we're going to do is slow right down here. Concentrate on getting this base captured before engaging any of the enemies. Suki bumps us and makes us run aground, which is fine. Okay, so that base. So Alpha is secure. Enemy destroyer is still somewhere around here because we are still located, but we are now going to push on.
Retreat now. Withdraw, but do not falter, my darlings.
Do something about the Colorado or the Bravo cap. Okay, so we've got someone spotting us. Someone's taking aim. Could be the destroyer. But this cruiser still hasn't been found, and neither has. Well, we know the Colorado's there. There's Colorado.
Nuestro equipo tiene la ventaja.
Let me get after Colorado now. There's your ready rack. Instant reload there. Always have one in hand, and cruisers over here, which is Wichita, which is not ideal. But try and get rid of Colorado. Colorado is not looking at us. It's just the Wichita that's aiming at us. Get Colorado here. Back away from
Alarma de incendio. Problema resuelto, señor.
Get Colorado one more time before he's out of range. Let's try and set one fire. He's gone. Now we're going to turn our attention and prioritize Wichita, who's been very annoying. Okay, so Harlem goes down. Shouldn't really have switched there. Should have got my second shot off first. Now Wichita has no torpedoes, so I'm going to take a risk here and try and close the distance. So he's in a crossfire. Hardwin goes down, so we're ahead. Can afford to be aggressive. Destroyers over there. So we put our sonar on. Just gonna line. And turn in. Wichita sees it coming, but we're gonna go with him and just drop torpedoes there, which takes Wichita down. We survive the torpedo salvo and switch to HE and try and deal with this destroyer. So that there is situational awareness. I know Wichita does not have torpedoes, right? His guns aren't powerful enough to take me out. So close the distance and then deliver the devastating strike with the torpedoes. Always know your enemy. The carrier's been really annoying, but I know why he's doing it, because we are within range now of him. There we go. So I'm just creeping up behind the island because it's more difficult for him to target us when we're up by an island than it would be normally. So we're going to get around here and we're going to try and hit this carrier as hard as possible. Reload there. So we get a good first hit. He is going to come after us now because he realizes that we are a threat to his survival. Can we heal? No. So we go down, But we secured our flank and we dealt with the Wichita. So this should be a win. D7 goes down. So the first step on our quest for Andalucía is likely to end in a victory. So we just stick with this. Yeah, Colorado's completely surrounded. He's not long for this world. There are 2 destroyers left, but with the score the way it is and map coverage, the cleanup duty should be fairly straightforward here. Is he going to hit those torpedoes? No, he's missed one. Missed all of them. Thought he was going to hit one. So once they've finished off Colorado, the attention then turns over to Alpha. So there's a destroyer there. Colorado goes down. And Lehardi is also not long for this world. And then the question becomes, where is the other destroyer? Is he coming? Okay, is he going to sit in this smoke screen? Place your bets. Is he sitting in the smoke screen? Well, there's the answer to the other destroyer. He's in there. No way. No, you... Say it ain't so, Akatsuki. Say it isn't so. It is!
La batalla finaliza en 5 minutos.
Got baited into that. Okay, so Chkalov is soon to go down. And then that will leave the 2 destroyers. Chkalov goes down. So okay, so Colorado in Bravo. I get the impression you're going to be the next target for the destroyers. Now, all of our ships here could easily wrap this game up. Well, the game is wrapped up. They could all literally sail to the edges of the map and this game would be over. But they've chosen to engage. Which, this is actually bad strategy by our team. Because, although unlikely, the only way the other team can win is by destroying all of our team. So by engaging these 2 destroyers, in theory, they could all get sunk and lose. It would be one of the greatest throws I've ever seen, and I've seen some throws. But really, they don't need to be doing this. But they are. Now, surely they can't lose this battle. Right. Right. It just isn't possible. It can't be. If these guys throw this game, you will be hearing about this for all time. And we've got it on tape. Okay. It's actually confident enough to shoot at the Colorado. To be fair, doesn't have much choice, but now you can see, obviously we're not going to lose this game, but had the health, had these guys been lowering hit points, and you know, if there was a cruiser or a battleship still alive, these guys could easily have lost this game by getting torpedo hit and then shot at. But you know, they're not going to lose the game. But all the torpedoes that have been shot, if maybe half, 60% of them had landed, this game would legitimately be in jeopardy. So when you get a big lead like this and you got all the bases like that, just head for cover. Don't even risk it. The enemy destroyers put up a good fight. They did, but we are victorious. We once again have done what we needed to do and held our flank. We've made 7,339 XP, which helps us on our quest. We come in second place. Shout out to Harlem. We make 114,912, and we've got a couple of our missions progress. So there we are. We'll continue. I will play a lot of games with you on this tech tree, and we'll also do the Dutch one. So if you like what we're doing here, like, subscribe, share. You take care, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Working Man's Warships. Bye bye.